Alright, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Pick this guy out for a fun little wintertime project. But first I wanted to show off a couple updates on some trees I've been working here recently. Alright, and these two guys were just repotted 2 months ago. And I just thought I'd kind of show off their progress here. And what can, today is, I think it's December 15th, something like that. It was October 20th that I repotted these. And I don't suggest you would do this anywhere, the timing of that anywhere but Florida if you lived here. And again, both these guys had plenty of energy before I repotted them. Another reason I just decided to do them in the off season. And I thought I'd just take a chance just to kind of not only show it off, but take off a couple of these little twigs that are growing in some bad spots. Alright, and this one's working out really well too. It's even put out a little bit more growth than the other one did. Of course, the trunk's a little bit thicker. And from what I remember, it may even have had a little bit more energy in it when I repotted it, which would make it just kind of come forth with that a little bit more. And again, a quick look at this guy a couple months ago. And just clean it up just a little bit. Alright, and then back to this guy here. Start a little reminder, just almost every video I should say, that I do live in Florida. And doing this the week before the shortest day of the year is probably not the best bet for some people. I have let this tree go for quite some time, and I don't know if you guys can see the color all that well in here, but a lot of these inner leaves are kind of getting all yellowish. It's gotten super leggy since I have let it go for so long, and since I am in Florida, it's just a good time for me to just go ahead and kind of prune it up a little bit and get some wire on it, and hopefully I can just kind of leave that be for a bit, even through the early part of spring. Let that bite in pretty good while it's not growing all that well at first, and then go back and look at it either late next spring or early next summer. I have made, this is one that I actually started from scratch on the channel. I'll put those links in the description, the link of the day I started it, and also another little one where I discussed some mistakes I made along the way with it and some things I would have done differently. But as I edit some of my videos, I realized maybe I talk a little bit too much half the time, so I'm not going to get into that too much now. They'll be in the links below. First things first here, we'll go ahead and just take care of these guys. Sometimes these really does happen. I have these sitting on pallets. I have this guy sitting on a pallet. And it turns out when you don't never move them around, you leave them there, just start getting some adventurous roots through the pallet. Eventually find some ground. Since the idea was getting this really tight in the pot at the beginning, it really is not, or the rock really tight in the pot. Even with those roots cut off, it's never really going to set quite straight here for the camera, so it'll be kind of crooked most of the time, but sure you guys can kind of get the idea of what I was shooting for here. I'm going to go ahead and get to work. Alright, had to cut the camera off there and just got a better look at it. And man, from some angles this thing is kind of hideous and everything. Still like to go ahead and play with it, see what comes out with it. I have found that especially with tropicals, and this is actually part of the reason why I've let it go for so long, is that the thicker and the more impressive you get the trunk, the more it kind of covers up any other flaws on the tree or even in the roots down here or anything. It's kind of why I left this branch and this branch. This one here, I kind of, you can see here a point of the rock that the tree quite didn't get to, and I'm hoping maybe by leaving these that'll kind of help to spread that out, and again just lead to a thicker stump and a little bit something better to look at. I was looking at this branch here, and I am going to cut this part off. They're actually coming out right here. There's this branch and then this one coming out right out together. And I was thinking about eliminating this one just because it's kind of a little bit too thick for its place. But I do have, lots of the scars to heal. And that is, a good part of the foliage up here once it kind of grows back out. So I don't want to take too much of that off. I did want to go ahead, before I put any wire on there, go ahead and try to eliminate as much of this scar as I can. I guess that was really a silly way to put it. I guess I'm not eliminating the scar, I'm actually making it worse, but I'm trying to get it a little more in line with the direction that the healing is going. The direction it was going, that was always just going to be an awkward spot there. Trying to get it all to blend in together a little bit better. And there we go there. And then again, while I've got it here, I'm going to take out that too. Gives that a little bit of a better chance to heal up there. And what I've been thinking is, just the way I have it, the way it has to stand now, because I just have it in this flimsy pot as a starter root of a rock. It looks like it's coming way too much this way, but in the future, I plan on trying to pot it up so that it's more potted like that. And when I get that in something a little bit wider, maybe not taller, but definitely wider, I should be able to do that and then just kind of take advantage of that movement there. So that is the long-term thoughts there. Get a little bit of a better look there. A little bit too close to the camera for a second. And then over here too. And I'm going to go ahead and get some wire on it for now. Alright, and we'll just see how the rest of the winter treats this guy. Those two, hopefully they keep growing, kind of envelop the rock a little bit better than it did. And again, once I get that guy set up straight, or not straight, but just at a little more of an angle like that, I think it'll help too. I did cut back the apex just a bit here. There's about 4 or 5 branches coming off of there. It's pretty small, so just kind of took that back for a little taper and everything. And we'll just see how it goes. So